Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today we are checking out another accessory for your MetaQuest 3 and 3S headsets. This is the H4 Boost Halo battery strap made by Kiwi Design. It retails for 104 Canadian on their website. If you can use my promo code Brian Sloan, all capital letters, for an extra 5% off, I'll link that below. In this one I'm going to unbox it. I will assemble it on both the Quest 3 and 3S and do a try on for both of them as well. And then I'll give you my review of it in the end to see how it goes. If you haven't checked out my other VR accessory reviews, I'll link that playlist below. Let's jump into this one. Alright, here we have the H4 Boost. Let's unbox it. Okay, here we have the Quest 3S. Just wanted to do a quick assembly with this one as well. If you've never taken off the stock strap, you can easily just pinch here. There's a little extra plastic there you can see. Just going to put a little bit of pressure on that. It'll peel right off. Take the facial interface off. You're going to pinch each of the sides and the corners and it should pop off. The first time it might take a little bit of extra pressure there. And then you can undo the Velcro. And we'll put that to the side. Now, when I did this for the Quest 3, I did this piece first, and that's going to clip into there. I don't think it really matters too much which one you do first, so I will clip that in there again. There we go. Now I'm going to grab the side here, and I'll line that up, put some pressure on the back spot once it's lined up, and then just move forward, and you could hear it clipped right in very easily. We'll do this other side here. Line it up. Put pressure on, move it forward. It clips right in as well. Then you can plug that in if you'd like. And if you want to put the facial interface back on, just slide that underneath. Line it up and clip it in and you're good to go. It's in just like it should be. Now with the Halo strap, you don't actually need to have the facial interface on if you don't like to. That's used more for mixed reality stuff. But if you do want it with this strap, you can put it back on now if you'd like to, or you can wait a minute and I'll show you putting it on without it on first. So you're going to want to take this little clip here and you're going to want to clip that into the little round bar right there. So we're going to do that first here. Gotta get this cord out of the way. And that just clips in pretty easily there. Slides right in. Now we're going to go into our armbands there. If you've never put one on before, I usually just start at the back and then just move pressure towards the front and it clips right on fine. Same with this side here. Start at the back, put some pressure towards the front and clips right in. And we got our cord here. It's a little bit longer than some other ones, but we'll put that on. There we go. We've already got some power, some charge in there already. Okay, so here it is on the Quest 3. I'm going to give you a little try on of this one and then we'll move over to the Quest 3S as well. I'll repeat a couple things throughout both, but to put it on, you're just going to want to loosen the back here. Put that over top until you feel it be in the right spot. If you feel like you can't get this down far enough, that means that the top strap needs to be loosened a bit. Tighten that on. Here's our first look. Now you can adjust things with this knob as well. Remember, it's going to change the position of this, whether it's closer or further away from the headset itself, higher or lower on your forehead. And then on the sides here, this is going to adjust how close it is to your face. And so you can adjust that as you'd like to as well. And then to take it off, you can easily just put it up and you're good to go. So I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about all the features when I do a try on with the 3S here. But in terms of price point, we're looking at $80 US. We're looking at 114 Canadian. They are on sale right now because it is near Black Friday right now. So if you do get it on sale, then it will be a little bit less, and you can always use my promo code Brian Sloan for 5% off. I'll put that in the description below. So for a Halo strap, one that has a really solid battery that I'm going to talk about later, that's not a terrible price, especially considering the Bobo VR, the S3 Pro It's like 140 Canadian, so it's quite a bit more than this one. And this is still a pretty solid head strap, halo type head strap, if you're looking to get that. So I'll talk more about all the features in just a moment here. Just wanted to throw out the price range and that kind of stuff right now, but let's try it on with the Quest 3S as well. Okay, so let's do a little try on of the H4 Boost with our Quest 3S here. So putting it on is pretty simple. You can just loosen it at the back here, put that over top of your head, tighten down on the back there to where it feels comfortable. Now on the top here, if you feel like this is riding too high, just loosen this top strap a little bit and you'll be able to pull that back down more. I feel like that's pretty good where it is. And then you can now adjust this distance here if you want the forehead pad to be a little bit higher or lower. And then you can also adjust right here just how you want it set, closer or further away from your face there as well. There's quite a few different adjustments that you can do, and then you can easily tilt it to look up if you need to. I mean, but with these now with mixed reality it's a lot easier. And to take it off, you can easily just take it off like that. So let's talk a little bit more about this. In terms of design, I actually don't mind it. I'm not the biggest fan of halo straps. I do usually use elite straps, but I actually find this one very comfortable. It keeps all the pressure off the front of my face. All the pressure is, on the top of your head and the back of your head with the padding that they have there. In terms of adjustability, this is really good. It has a lot of different ways you can adjust it, as I've already shown you. Padding, nice and thick padding on the front there. Also on the inside here, it has some nice padding. The thing that I like about this on the inside that you can see right there is that it's not one giant thick pad. I've seen and I've tested some that have one giant thick pad and it just creates a ton of sweat on your forehead. It's not very fun to use, but this is very breathable, but still has cushion there to make it comfortable for your forehead. On the sides here, having the adjustability, flexibility on the sides is always nice to have. It just makes it more customizable to your head shape so that you can use it. On the top, it is just a regular strap. There's no padding on the top, and honestly, I thought that might have been missing from it, but once it's on, there's no real need for it anyways. I think it would just almost create too much bulk with it, and so I'm glad that they went with just the thin strap going from front to back, because really you almost don't even need to use it if you don't want to as well. It's just a little extra there. One thing I want to show here is at the back of the headset, these parts here are very flexible, forming to the back of your head. It's not a stiff piece that kind of a one size thing. This is going to conform to your head. Same within the front here, you can see these are going to shape around your head to make the perfect fit possible. In terms of battery life, battery time, this is going to increase your battery by, depending what you're doing, roughly 3 hours of playtime, which is great. That's pretty standard now for a lot of these. If they're not getting close to 3 hours of extra playtime, they're not really doing their jobs. The big thing with this though is when you're charging, you can plug it in at the back here. We got our little charging dot at the back. And if you're using a 45 watt charger, Kiwi has a great 45 watt charger that I use not only for my headsets, but for other things as well. It can charge both the head strap and the headset to 65 and 60% within an hour. So that already gives you a couple hours of playtime, which is great. And it can charge both head strap and headset to 100% within 2.5 hours, which is pretty fast to then get you roughly your 4.5, 5 hours of playtime. So I'm pretty impressed with that charging capability, and it is nice that you can just plug it in one spot and both are going to charge. And it's not like this charges and then the battery is charging this. They are two separate lines going to each, and so that's how they can get the efficient charging that they have there. So all in all, this is a pretty solid halo strap. I'm quite impressed with it. If you haven't checked out their other head straps as well, I would encourage you to do so. I do like using elite straps for playing a lot of different sports games, So I do have a review of their K4 Boost as well if you're interested in checking that one out. But if you do like more relaxed viewing, or this is a lot for mixed reality, if you want to use mixed reality a bit more, this is great for that. You can check this one out on their website. Use my promo code Brian Sloan, all capital letters. I'll link that below in the description for you to find as well. Thank you for watching this one. We'll see you next time here on Brian Sloan Artist.